Donovan Mitchell takes flight.
Ooh, my goodness. What was the center thinking about? He knows he's right-handed. Get on his right hand.
Oh.
Why are you on that?
Come on, see?
What did you think he was on?
He's contested.
No, he's not. Get on the right side of the rim, though. Look, watch his hand. Watch his hand.
Man, he thought Luka was going to take care of that side. No, he's trying to protect the weak side.
That was weak. That's why you get yammed on.
Hawks and Knicks. Trae Young, great shooter, also great finisher.
Ooh, nice. Now, this is one of the things that Trae, if he's going to be somewhat like a Steph, you got to have a serious handle in the NBA because they'll start playing up on your three-pointer.
And when you said like Steph, I thought you were going to say a serious finish because he's been able to finish at this level better than I thought he'd be.
Yeah, I just want him to get past people. They'll get more used to finishing at the rim. Sure. But it is nice to see.
He's been better so far than you thought he'd be.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. A lot better than he was in college. In college, he was just okay.
Woo, Pistons and Magic.
Yeah, don't grab his neck.
On the break. Aaron Gordon.
Oh, my goodness.
He was in the air so long. He improvised this. Look at this. He wasn't grabbing his head when he jumped. He was just midair. He's like, oh, I got time. What can I do? Pay homage to the mailman. That's a great dunk. I mean, mid-flight adjustment. Do not recline your seats. Go
NBA, I need a slam dunk contest. I need open competition. I need people like Gordon, but I need some folks off the street.
That is a great idea.
Never heard of it.
Moving on to the big news out of the NFL. It has been 7 months now since the Cowboys released Dez Bryant. Many, if not most, thought he'd be with another team by now, but that didn't happen until yesterday when the Saints, in the middle of a 7-game win streak, decided Dez was the risk worth taking. Dez turned down deals from the Ravens and the Browns, but finally settled on New Orleans, where he links up with arguably the best quarterback he's ever played with in Drew Brees.
Dez has been a really good player in this league for a long time, and there is certainly a skill set that he has that is going to be beneficial, you know. And so I look forward to getting to work with him. I look forward to building a rapport with him. I look forward to getting him involved in this offense and just become a complement to, you know, all the guys that we already have. I think he'll see that too when he gets here, and I'm sure he's been watching from afar as just, you know, how he'll integrate into this offense, and I think he'll be a great addition.
See, we know who Dez was. I don't think anyone really right now knows who Dez is. What are reasonable expectations for Dez Bryant with the Saints?
Well, I think that we should learn something from the other receivers that we've seen go from one team to another. And it could be a number of guys that you want to look at. It could be Demaryius Thomas going from Denver, a system and a team he was with his whole career, going over to the Texans. Immediately they get him involved. But the fact that, and Nick, you talked about this, the fact that he's been involved in training camp and mini camp, and he's played all the games leading up to it, is a huge advantage. Josh Gordon, we know he missed an extended amount of time before training camp, and then he had a crisis in Cleveland, which led to him being in New England. It took him a few weeks to get up to speed. So now we have Dez Bryant, who's on the other extreme. Jenna Wolfe was the only person in April saying, hey, this dude might not be working this year. The rest of us was like, Jenna doesn't know what she's talking about. Jenna knew what she was talking about. So as far as Dez, if I was being fair, I would say I have to slow down the expectations and make them totally different. Amari Cooper, he can't do what Amari Cooper did. Amari Cooper was brought up to speed, and the organization said the week before, he is going to be a starter. So you knew he was going to be on the field. Dez, I think that it's going to be hard for him to make an impact before the Cowboys game. They play the Cowboys November 29th, I think is the date of that game, right?
Yes.
So on that day, I do believe that's the first time he'll build.
Thursday Night Football.
Because of the energy, the focus that he'll have in trying to get some redemption.
Wait, you think that's the first game he'll play?
I think that's reasonable expectations. When can he make an impact and get in the lineup? It's going to take, because I watched his workout. I watched the videos. Dez is not ready to play in the NFL game. Sean Payton and them put a little mandate on him. They signed him to a contract, but we want you to lose about 5 pounds. So I think that Dez Bryant, this offseason, I believe he had some type of injury. And I believe that he was trying to rehab that. That's why he wasn't in a rush to be able to get back and play. I believe right now he's still a few weeks from playing regular NFL football. Getting his weight back down. I love that demand by Sean Payton and them. I want your weight to be down. And as I told you guys, Curtis Johnson, the wide receiver coach, is one of the best in the business. If I had someone and they had one opportunity, or by God's miracle that I could play another season, the Saints would be the #1 choice of team I would go to. And the reason why is because I trust Sean Payton. He's going to call some plays to get me open. I trust Curtis Johnson. He's going to teach me the fundamentals, and he's going to coach me around the clock to get me ready to play in the game. And the third thing, the most important, I believe that Drew Brees is better than Aaron Rodgers and Tom Brady, throwing people open or getting them the ball when they're covered.
So let's elaborate on that for a moment. Now, you mentioned if you had one more season. I was going to ask you that exact question. If I had hit that Mega Millions, $1.6 billion, I bought a team and said, "See, the only way I'm buying the team is if you'll play a game for me." Drew Brees, the best quarterback. I'm not saying he's the best quarterback in the NFL, but for a guy that, with respect at your age, or Dez Bryant at his age, is going to struggle creating separation. That's the knock on Dez, right?
Yes.
Struggling creating separation. You would want to play with Drew Brees more than the other guys. Why?
The reason why, because Drew throws the type of football. Now, all these guys throw a great football, but Drew, he reads your better than
passes to receivers with less than 3 yards of separation. That's the best number in the league by a wide margin. So what your eyes are telling you, the numbers confirm.
Yeah, I had no clue that the numbers, but I'm so glad.
Okay,
Thank you.
Well, I wouldn't have said it if they didn't.
Okay.
But what did you see in that workout? We were talking about this before the show. What were the Saints actually trying to find out in what seemed to me like, even by NFL standards, a pretty arduous workout to figure out who's going to come in, which of these 3 wide receivers is going to get the golden ticket in the invite?
You could see that they were trying to, in general, you'll understand this, they were trying to get through his first wind, trying to produce some lactic acid, not to create game conditions, but to make him tired. Everyone can work out when they're fresh, but can you, in the game, you're playing with lactic acid, you're playing with some type of restriction. So you could see, when I'm making a guy do cone drills, it's not as if, can Dez Bryant do cone drills? No, I'm trying to build up the cardio so that the lactic acid, so I can actually measure where he is from a cardio standpoint.
Even when he does get into game shape, and he does have the bulk of this offense down pat, and he does have some rapport with Drew Brees, isn't he still going to be the third guy behind Michael Thomas and Kamara?
Yeah, we keep asking that same question. We act as if that's going to be a problem. It's not, man, Dez would take 4th, 5th, or anything right now. There is no doubt. Yes. The reason why Dez Bryant is such a good pickup for them is because the Saints have realized this offseason, they went out and tried to, and then signed Cameron Meredith, free agent from the Chicago Bears. Now, he injured his knee in 2017. In 2016, he had over 80 catches, over 800 yards receiving. They thought that he was going to be their third guy. He's had a slow recovery from that knee injury when they signed him. He's been active the last 6 games, but he just hadn't been very productive. So there is a spot on that roster for a third guy. Dez Bryant, when you're to this point and you haven't signed with a team since April, there is no ego. When you're working out with 2 other guys, when you have Brandon Marshall, guys in the building who they can potentially sign, there is no demand of, hey, man, I'm a #1. Dez Bryant is asleep if he thinks he's a #1 or a #2. Dez is trying to resurrect his career. I believe that he shows up at that facility with the right attitude.
All right, so let's go best case, worst case. What's the best case scenario of how this works out for the Saints?
The best case scenario is that he's a contributing player by the time they turn to December. When they get those 2 times where they got to play Carolina, 2 out of 3 weeks, you want Dez Bryant to be able to play about 30 to 40 snaps in those games. You want to make it tough for Carolina because at some point, and there's no team like Bill Belichick, but at some point, some team's going to put 2 people on Michael Thomas. And then what you going to do?
So it's very interesting you say that, and I'll get to worst case in a second, but I was talking to Zach Strief yesterday, who played offensive line for the Saints for a dozen years and now works on the broadcast, and he said there were times, for the first time all year, there were times in the Packer game in the Rams game this past weekend, where they were doubling Michael Thomas and Alvin Kamara.
Absolutely.
And that they had 0 coverage the rest of the way on everybody else. But the problem is, it's Benjamin Watson, who's 100 years old. It's Traquan Smith, who has some talent but has 12 catches and is a rookie. And they didn't see someone that could punish you if you're going to actually, which is very rare, double 2 guys on the same player, or at least attempt to. So that's why he thought this could be a good addition for him. I asked you best case. What's the worst? Is there a worst case? What's the if this doesn't work out? How does it look?
What was the worst case scenario when they signed Adrian Peterson?
They just move on.
It don't work out. Like, they didn't say anything bad about Adrian. They tried to find someone to be able to accommodate him somewhere where he can play. They do things, Mickey Loomis, Sean Payton, in a respectable way that the worst case scenario is he don't work out. He's not as good as they thought he was, or he can't resurrect his career.
Here's a question. Does Dez Bryant make this team better?
If he's 100%, absolutely. Because look at their third and fourth options. There are no guys. Right now, the defense last week, Wade Phillips said, I got zero respect for anybody else you got on the field. Teddy Ginn is on injured reserve. If he was on the field, it'd be totally different. They're going to double the running back, double Thomas, and, hey, make Drew Brees and the rest of that offense beat them. Yes, Dez Bryant should be a great addition to the Saints.
Again, you mentioned it, November 29th. Circle the date. It's when the Saints and the Cowboys play. Should be interesting.
Thursday
Coming
Night
up
Football, man.
is tonight.